This week, we're exploring the gorgeous Turon River. Join us for the finale of our adventure. We'll be getting our tyres wet, climbing steep hills, and having some laughs along the way. It's going to be epic.
Left the lovely caravan park this morning after a nice restful sleep last night.
I had all intentions of watching a movie once I got to bed, but I was so tired. That was extreme yesterday.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning.
We're currently heading down to the Diggings campground on the Turon River.
It's pretty easy to find. Straight up the highway towards Mudgee, through Kapiti, left at Turon Gates, straight in, you're on the track. We aired down and the adventure started almost straight away.
It was called Steep Hill Track, and it was certainly that. Towing the trailer, going slowly and steady was the right way to go.
And it is almost vertical, like it is steep. Definitely had to drop down into the low range.
This is spectacular. I cannot wait to get to camp tonight, but I've got to concentrate because it is getting pretty steep.
You guys ready for a bit of a splash?
Once we got to the bottom, we came to our first river crossing. It's a beautiful spot, the river's flowing, it's lovely. There's lots of spectacular views around.
Hopefully we've just scratched the surface on this river crossing. Yeah, for sure. Simon has been talking it up. Better impress the Piranha boys or there'll be a UFC cage match around the campfire tonight.
Got the ankles wet. I reckon we can have a bit more fun in here though. This looks awesome.
Cross the river, come straight up into the Diggings campground. Really open spaces, nice green grass, especially this time of year.
Took 45 minutes all up from Lithgow. Even an all-wheel drive could get down here. Yeah.
There's a story as to why they call it the Diggings. So scattered around the campsite here are old mine shafts.
In stark contrast of how we started Your 4x4 2024, we come out and then the Diggings campsite, it's like this touch of paradise. I'm absolutely loving it. This is asking for it. What have you done? How did you manage that?
I put the tyre deflator on the back left one, and then I put one in the front right.
He's lost that for good now, because of you.
Old mate Charlie thought I only put it in the front right, and if you just pan the camera now, can't wait to see him spending another 30 minutes trying to pump up that one.
That car's going home on a tow truck tomorrow. I'll make sure of it.
This is revenge for what you did to the Piranha vehicle.
I'll put some zip ties on his tail shaft.
Simon, honestly, it all looks pretty good to me. It's only going to get a lot worse during the night, so the camera crew will be on us, making sure that everything is caught on camera.
Just wait. I'm going to have the last laugh on this one.
We took the opportunity to set all the caravans and rooftop tents up.
Set up the Fort 9 for me, and Anya set up her low-profile 10E, which took just a few minutes.
The beauty of having a camper on a trip like this is you can unhook and go and have a play and not risk any damage to your other equipment. You've got a safe base to come home to at the evening whilst doing some tighter, harder tracks.
We were lucky enough to have the ARB boys cook some lunch for us.
We made some allies.
Except for Mike Coleman, he's a little baby.
We're using the Clearview slides. We've got the My Coleman fridges and the Clearview cages. The cages keep all of our luggage off the fridges. The slides give us easy access to it, and the fridges are one of the most efficient on the market that will keep your food cold through the entire trip. Get over to trekhardware.com.au for all of your touring needs.
Whipped out my swag and we set up camp there. I was very hot, so I took off my shirt, grabbed my chair, grabbed a drink and decided to soak in the sun and the scenery.
No, it was nice to see this guy sit still, as I'm sure you've seen.
I'm soaking it in. Nothing better.
Thankfully, I didn't see it. I've heard all the stories. It might have been a Baywatch scene.
It's not every day that you get given this opportunity to go experience wildlife and the vast nature of where I was.
After everyone had had lunch, we headed off on a bit of a drive through the valley along the Turon River, and the water crossings do not disappoint.
All the cars got through with no problem. Nice steady speed on all the vehicles, created a nice constant bow wave, so there's no risk of any water damage.
The water crossings couldn't have come at a better time. We were rolling around in the mud yesterday, so it worked out quite well that we got a bit of a clean under the car.
That river was so nice. Hey, it was just a great little place.
Well, happy days, mate. Happy days. Woo!
Simon being Simon, he's got to go find something a little bit more challenging, especially in the big Iveco. Drops it down, gets stuck. He does manage to crawl himself back out again.
You've got the one massive boulder's right in front of you there on the bit.
But then goes through, no problems at all.
We actually came across 3 consecutive crossings.
It's absolutely spectacular, the scenery up through this river. Each crossing was really cool.
As I'm going through these water crossings, the time just seems to stand still for me. It's just a really good time to reflect, soak in the serenity.
Oh, this one's a little bit deeper.
I'm really impressed with this region, and I want to come back pretty soon with the kids and just set up a camp and do what we've done today.
It's not so much the river that you go through, it's everything around you, just the peace and quiet. Here in your car, go through the water, the people that you're with, it all makes this a very, very fun time.
A little bit further up the track, the river looked a little deep, so we sent Simon in because he's got the biggest, tallest truck.
The Iveco is not a short vehicle, and we see just how deep it gets. It's up over the bonnet.
Cars without snorkels are not coming in here. No way, this is deeper than I thought. If you're loving this content as much as we love making it, make sure you follow our page. Oh, that was awesome, guys. Far out. Wow.
Even though I had a snorkel, I didn't want to risk water entry inside the car and electrical issues.
In my mind, I'm thinking, what would Vaughan say? Yeah, good idea. It wasn't going to be pretty for our vehicles.
After those multiple crossings, we had a bit of a poke around.
There was some short, sharp climbs.
They're pretty loose, they're pretty rutted. Got to assess the situation to get up and clear the area safely.
Nothing enormously technical, but enough to be great fun.
Very loose, bit of loud pedal to get up the hill.
It was awesome. Nice little tester for the cars here.
Nice step up at this end of the campsite, guys. A little bit longer, this one.
Nice and gently.
Some of us weren't that light on the pedal. They probably heard the Y62 in Melbourne.
Oh, here we go.
Second gear low range is typically the best setup for tackling steep little step-ups like this. Pretty much everyone in our convoy had no dramas at all, except for one.
I come around a little bit half-hearted. I'm thinking, there's nothing to this. Next thing I know,
Charlie's a little bit stuck.
Yeah, you're not so cool now, are you, mate?
Still cooler than you.
back down, lockers in, punch it this time, and up we come, no problem. From there, it was time to come back to camp, but Simon's found us one last little challenge.
That's almost vertical.
First gear, low range, Yeah, she's steep.
What's he scraping?
Brakes are making a bit of noise. The hill descent control uses the brakes, and obviously having just gone across the river, a little bit of shuddering.
Holy moly.
I can't see any fast.
Oh!
God, that was exhilarating.
I committed the cardinal sin of not having a look at it before I drove it.
I have no idea what I'm dropping into. Oh, that's vertical.
Big kangaroo just hopping over the other side there, just nice and calmly.
There's a lot more to see than first meets the eye, isn't there?
Absolutely.
We have been here before, but it's been quite a few years. Still very natural in the sense that there's really no changes. Everything is still exquisite. It's beautiful.
Whilst great for camping and four-wheel driving, this area was originally opened up in 1851 during the pre-war gold rush. At around 85 kilometres from Sydney, conditions out here would have been tough, remote, and nothing like the fun we are having today.
We'll wash. Yeah, I reckon.
I can't believe how many water crossings there are, but also just the number of campsites dotted along all the way. Whilst there's not much gold around these days, it's still worth throwing in a pan from time to time. But with another water crossing in mind, we kept the four-wheel drives rolling.
Simon being Simon, he's found us one last little spot where we can have a little challenge.
This is pretty cool. About to drop into yet another river crossing.
How was that, guys?
I could see if you went too far to the right or left where you were going to go.
Ooh, that was deep.
Absolutely fan-mazing.
With a few more hours of daylight left and a plethora of four-wheel drive tracks beckoning us, it was certainly time for another challenge. Just one more step up to get ourselves back onto the main road. Mickey Thompson, you guys got a rear diff lock?
Yes, we do, and we even know where the button is.
Any attraction? Oh, that's nice.
Just pick your line, bit of momentum. The right spot, a little bit of wheel spin, no trouble.
What was that?
You were airborne.
Yeah, a little bit.
Why have you put the windscreen wipers on?
We will have old Diffie Lockie. Let's go. Sorry. Sorry about that, Mark. Should be fine though, eh? I think it was only the side stare.
Oh, easy as.
We thought we were done for the day. We had a great day driving. Lots of river crossings, lots of short little sharp climbs.
Simon wanted to do one more track.
Sensational.
Jesus.
In these areas, you've got to be willing to get out and explore, be a little bit adventurous, and take the road less travelled. That's the beauty of the Blue Mountains. There are tracks everywhere. Sometimes they lead somewhere, sometimes they don't. But while we travel along the beautiful Turon River, Mark from Mickey Thompson has something to tell us about it.
There was a couple of cabins up past the river here, and a guy on this side had been here for a long time. Now his name was Ron, but then another guy moved in on the other side of the river. His name was Ron too, hence the name Turon River. Boom, boom.
Thanks for that, Mark. Anyway, let's tackle another climb.
Okay, Nick, send it.
Here I go.
Oh, he's went up there.
Alright, send it, Steve. There's a gate, Anya.
This is gonna be wild. Hold on, mate. Oh! Gotta remember the differential lock. Been a faithful companion, mighty brother.
Go, Charlie.
That was cool. Everyone got up, some nice wheel lifts. A little bit of damage to the Piranha car, but nothing they won't be able to fix back at camp.
There's so much wildlife out here.
There's been lots of birds.
Goats, so many kangaroos.
And this is the sort of area where you're going to experience that.
Mickey, they've kept their cars pretty close to their chest, and they've come back to camp and they said, we've got a giveaway for the most radical drive here.
Michael, just on behalf of Mickey. How it goes? Taking on the gas. Thank you.
We've definitely gone away with a great bunch of people. What are you doing? Because you're not subtle at all.
Focus on your interview.
I really can't now. What have you managed to do?
So you can spend the rest of the night wondering.
Keep it down, you clowns.
Mitch. Ned, away from my wheels. I've got nothing to lose. You have a wife and kid to go home to.
And your point?
My point is, I could be here all weekend.
We've played a few pranks on each other. Absolutely love this one. It's definitely been one for the highlight reel.
It's been enormously fun, and I cannot wait for the next one.
You!
As the sun sets behind the beautiful Blue Mountains, it's not hard to feel sentimental about this trip, which was full of nature, culture, forward driving, and good friends. We do not leave empty-handed though, taking with us memories that will last a lifetime, or at least until the next Your 4x4 adventure.
The Blue Mountains
are absolutely
spectacular.
You don't know what you're missing out on.
Hitting those 3 river tracks for sure was very exciting. You know, it's ambience, just all like that. It was just spectacular. Get the out of my car.
Thought he was on our side.
I didn't think he'd do it to us.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this, not join them!